back Green Arrows and 2 free transfers to mix up my forward line with a full complement of form and fixture information for those charts. Help me get this video to 1,000 likes and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Starting off with how my game week 4 went then. I finished on 64 points, which gave me my highest game week rank of the season so far. The big returns were Van de Ven, Mo Salah captain, getting that penalty late, and Semenyo, my transfer in my Parma replacement, delivered 13 points, so no regrets making that move, and it did free up 3 million in the bank, which is going to be pretty crucial going forward. Chris Richards continues to be amazing value with another 6-pointer. I did bench Konza's clean sheet points though, and there were plenty of blanks in the attack once again, and Matt Sells has been a massive disappointment for me. Let's have a look then at the latest form versus fixture charts, and now we've got 4 game weeks of information of form. This is going to become more and more crucial. It is Liverpool leading the way with the best form of any team, top of the Premier League table, but then there's a cluster of teams tightly packed behind them, including Arsenal, Spurs and Chelsea. Right at the bottom, we've got Wolves, West Ham and Aston Villa. The fact that Aston Villa, 4 game weeks into the season, still haven't scored a goal is pretty shocking. And Leeds United, they're the ones that are way off the rest of the pack. They're the teams to think about. When it comes to the fixture charts, these are taken from Fantasy Football Hub, sorted by attack. It's those teams that are bottom of the form chart that are top of the fixture charts, Wolves and Aston Villa. Nottingham Forest up there as well, followed by Spurs, so they seem to be a key team to target right now. At the other end, at the bottom, Chelsea is slipping down, Manchester United away up next, West Ham, Everton and Newcastle right at the bottom with 3 away games in the next 4 game weeks for some teams here. Putting all that together then for the overall charts, it is Spurs on top, but Liverpool, Arsenal and Man City are not a million miles away. Neither are Bournemouth, Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. At the bottom end though, West Ham, Wolves, Newcastle, Fulham, Leeds, Aston Villa, they look like teams all to avoid right now. Now, before we get on to my transfer plans then, it is worth noting that we have 10 Premier League sides in midweek action. We've got half of the teams progressing to the 3rd round of the League Cup playing this midweek, including Brentford against Aston Villa on Tuesday night, Crystal Palace also at home to Millwall on Tuesday, Nottingham Forest to travel to Swansea on Wednesday. And then the Champions League kicks off on Tuesday as well. We've got Arsenal away at Athletic Club in the early kickoff before Spurs are at home to Villarreal. Then on Wednesday, some enticing fixtures. Chelsea away at Bayern Munich, Liverpool at home to Atletico Madrid. And then on Thursday, Newcastle host Barcelona and Man City host Napoli. The big takeaway here, hold on to those transfers because a lot could change in these midweek fixtures that could completely alter our transfer plans in terms of injuries. We've seen a high number of injuries to start the season, and I don't think with these challenging fixtures for our European clubs there's going to be any respite there either, so patience is going to be key. Having a look at my transfer plans then for game week 5, I've got 2 free transfers, 3 million in the bank. The player who I feel is the weak link at the moment is Ollie Watkins, but interestingly, Sunderland away this week. Even though Villa have not scored a goal so far this season, it doesn't really feel like the week to sell him. In terms of direct replacements, there's a couple on my mind. João Pedro, the player I sold after game week 1 for Chris Wood, has punished me ever since. Manchester United away, probably not a bad fixture for him. Let's see what happens midweek though with his minutes. He is a player that I know I need to get back ASAP, and especially after selling Parma last week, going into game week 5 with no Chelsea attacker feels wrong, so it is a transfer that I am considering making. I could also make a like for like swap to Gyökeres. Obviously he's got 3 goals now so far this season. Arsenal featuring very highly in those form versus fixture charts, even though they've got Manchester City at home up next. Looking at the fixtures, Watkins feels like a hold. Looking at form, these two look like good replacements. The thing on my mind though is I can quite easily get to Erling Haaland in 2 free transfers, but I don't want to buy him ahead of Arsenal away. I also don't want to sell Bruno Fernandes or Florian Wirtz this week either. I kind of had game week 6 on my mind as a potential first wildcard window as well. So with all that in mind, I am leaning towards rolling the transfer and sticking with Watkins, but obviously anything could happen midweek which could change my mind on those potential moves. Team selection time for game week 4 then. Always a dilemma in terms of who to play in goal, but Sells is going to get the nod away at Burnley ahead of Dubravka, who plays in the same fixture. Van der Ven and Chris Richards are the form guys that are going to continue for Brighton away and West Ham away. I think I will play Konza against Sunderland away ahead of Diouf with Crystal Palace at home. It's clean sheet potential v assist potential in that one. Then I'm going to stick with that same 3-5-2 formation, so it's that 5-man midfield with Salah, Semenyo, Fernandes, Wirtz and Reinders. Could be the last week I have that double Liverpool midfield. It would give me an opportunity to transition to Isak though for game week 6 as well, which is something that's on my mind. And then up front, Watkins just about keeps his place by the skin of his teeth, with Chris Wood also in there as well for Burnley away, with Mark Yu providing very little now that he's back as a Chelsea player on the bench. Now when it comes to captaincy, few things to bear in mind here. Obviously midweek minutes will be a major factor, and if I make a transfer that could lead into that captaincy conversation as well. At the moment I am leaning towards sticking with Mo Salah. I think the Merseyside derby at home is a great fixture for him, but Semenyo, obviously he's got Newcastle United at home. Newcastle have got that midweek fixture, haven't they, against PSG, which doesn't come till Thursday. Bournemouth a free midweek. I feel like they're going to have the massive edge in that fixture, so he's a really exciting option as well. So they're the two names in the frame, but for now it's Salah captain, Semenyo vice captain. Hope you've enjoyed having this team selection video back this week. I am feeling a bit better, so hoping to get more content out. If you've enjoyed this one, hit that like button. Let's get it to 1,000 likes. Subscribe to the channel as well and get your dilemmas in the comments. I'll do my best to answer all of them within 24 hours of this video going live. I'll be back later in the week with the experts team. Thank you for watching.